The new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, gave his first statement to the Pentagon press today. And look, over the past week or so, there's been a lot of talk about this guy, but me personally, I've refrained from talking about him too much because I don't know that much about him. So I don't want to throw a lot of weight behind him right now. I'd rather sit back and observe and see what this guy's really about. Because there's a lot of chatter on both sides. And, often the truth settles somewhere in the middle. But what I will say is this. The left is freaking out about this guy. They're saying he's not qualified. They're saying that this is a radical, crazy choice. But they have no room to speak. Look at what the U.S. military has become. I will pick Pete Hegseth over all of these dudes in dresses that the left has been promoting in our military. I mean, our generals are woke, our entire military was woke. And when I say that, I don't mean, all of the actual soldiers in the military, but the entire structure of the U.S. military became, just a woke joke over the last 4 years. So when I hear the left freaking out about Pete Hegseth, it's like, okay, I might not know much about the guy, but I know a lot about y'all. I don't know a lot about Pete yet. I'm still waiting to find out more about Pete. But I know a lot about y'all and the type of people y'all promote, the type of people y'all put in positions of power. I've seen our generals wearing dresses and dressing up like furries and all type of kinky, weird nonsense. And we need to get that out of the military, period. I'm all for people expressing themselves and doing what they want to do, but we don't need dudes in dresses who are joining the military just to get operations done. We don't need that. And I feel like the left has put themselves in a very unique position because they can't point at anyone that Trump is appointing. They can't point at anyone in Trump's administration and say, oh, this person's not qualified or this is a bad radical choice. Because look at the choices they made. Look at the people that, Joe Biden propped up in his administration. I mean, you had dudes stealing women's clothing out of... Remember that guy? That weird bald dude that was in charge of nuclear waste and nuclear energy? I forget his name, but he got arrested for stealing women's clothes at the airport. And then you got that other person that was the health minister or whatever, that was the total dude. Listen, the left has put themselves in a unique position where they can no longer point and complain about anything because any choice that is made is a better choice than they made. Trump could pick the craziest looking person in the world and appoint them to this position or that position, and the left would still have no room to talk because everyone they put in positions of power were weird creep chomos who did weird things to kids and pretended to be the opposite gender. But for now, I want you all to listen to Pete Hegseth's first statement. He says some things that I definitely agree with. We need this common sense back in our military and back in our country. Listen to this clip really quickly, and then I'll be right back with more.
Move forward troops, put in more barriers, and also to ensure mass deportation, support of mass deportations in support of the president's agenda. That is something the Defense Department absolutely will continue to do. And today, there are more executive orders coming that we fully support on removing DEI inside the Pentagon, reinstating troops who were pushed out because of COVID mandates, Iron Dome for America. This is happening quickly. And as the Secretary of Defense, it's an honor to salute smartly, as I did as a junior officer and now as the Secretary of Defense, to ensure these orders are complied with rapidly and quickly. Every moment that I'm here, I'm thinking about the guys and gals in Guam, in Germany, Fort Benning and Fort Bragg, on missile defense sites and aircraft carriers. Our job is lethality and readiness and warfighting. We're going to hold people accountable. I know the chairman agrees with that. The lawful orders of the President of the United States will be executed inside this Defense Department swiftly and without excuse. We will be no better friend to our allies and no stronger adversary to those who want to test us and try us. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you for welcoming me today. I look forward to serving the troops, the warriors of this department. It's the honor of a lifetime, and we're going to get to work. God bless you all. This right here is Jorge Oliveira. He was killed in Afghanistan. He was asked about what I wear on my wrist every single day. It was a troop I served with, a soldier I served with in Guantanamo Bay when I was platoon leader. He was killed in Afghanistan, not in my unit, but when I was there. It's these guys that we do this for, those that have given the ultimate sacrifice. Whatever is needed at the border will be provided, whether that is through state active duty, Title 32 or Title 10, because we are reorienting. This is a shift. This is not the way business has been done in the past. This is the Defense Department will support the defense of the territorial integrity of the United States of America at the southern border, to include reservists, National Guard, and active duty in compliance with the Constitution, the laws of our land, and the directives of the Commander-in-Chief. Those will be decisions made by the White House. I look forward to conversations about anything we need to do to ensure we're securing our southern border.
Mr. Secretary, how are you going to change military training?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to change military training?
Military training will be focused on the readiness of what our troops in the field need to deter our enemies. More rapid fielding, more rapid opportunity to train as we fight will be something we want our units to do across the spectrum. One more. And with it right now. Look forward to working with them. Thank you.
Guys, isn't this refreshing? I mean, it's not like he said anything groundbreaking or profound, but isn't it refreshing to hear common sense? Isn't it refreshing to hear, someone who's in charge of our security, someone who's in charge of our military actually making sense? Talking about things that will actually help protect the American people, talking about things that will make our military stronger, instead of getting up on the podium and virtue signaling about like trans kids and the LGBTQ community, diversity is our strength. No one wants to hear that ish. You think if someone comes and invades this country, they're going to stop and be like, oh wait, they got a bunch of dudes in dresses. Diversity is their strength. They really support LGBTQ kids. No, that's not how this works. Everyone hold your fire. Stop the missiles. Stop the missiles. They're so diverse. There's nothing we can do against them. You know what I mean? So yeah, off the jump, the first thing that needs to be happening is get DEI out of there. Get critical race theory, DEI, all of these weird, sick ideologies the hell out of the military. It has no place there. It has no place there at all. I'm loving that they're talking about the military helping at the southern border because we need it. The job is too big for Border Patrol agents. It really is. And I think that there's going to be a lot more going on at the southern border soon because the cartel is starting to act up. And that's something I'll be talking about over on my main channels. But for now, I think we can all sleep better at night knowing that we're a tad bit more secure than we were a couple of weeks ago. I am 100% confident that our military is in a better position now than it was a couple of weeks ago. And when you look around, it's like young men are once again inspired and want to join the military and defend this country. Do you think anyone wanted to sign up for the military for the right reason over the last 4 years? Hell no. But you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.